back pages today. Let's start with The Sun. They're reporting online that Manchester United have seen an opening bid for Brighton's Carlos Baleba rejected. Ruben Amorim's side reportedly offered up midfielder Toby Collier in a potential part exchange deal, with Brighton looking for a fee in excess of the £115 million package they received for Moises Caicedo 2 years ago. I'm not sure they're going to get that, but let's see. Solution, are you a believer?
I was waiting for you to say that. You had to say it. You had to say it. I am a believer. I really am. I mean, what I find fascinating is that the recruitment that Brighton do, the data-driven recruitment, how widespread their recruitment is, that they lose a player of the calibre of Moises Caicedo. They lined up Carlos Baleba as that replacement straight away, signed from Lille. Took a little bit of time to settle in at Brighton, but last season he was terrific. He's got the physicality to get around the pitch. He's exactly what everybody's talking about, what Manchester United need. Casemiro in the back end of his career. Last season, Christian Eriksen there again, back end of his career. They have got Manuel Ugarte, they have got Kobbie Mainoo as well, but it feels like a younger player who can get around the pitch in that defensive midfield area is what Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, is crying out in his system. And Jeff, you really, like, Bruno Fernandes is still the star man at United, despite the signings they've made. For me, if I see Carlos Baleba in that defensive midfield spot, that frees up Fernandes more to do what Manchester United need Bruno Fernandes to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think bringing him in would be exciting because it gives Fernandes a chance then to link up with all these new players that are coming in, and it just lets him be him. And I think it'd be a perfect fit.
Because we see him drop back,
too
chase
far,
a lot.
yeah.
He does, doesn't he? Does almost like the dirty work in midfield, when you kind of want Bruno Fernandes to be that link, as you said, and the link with Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, and now Benjamin Sesko up front. You throw Carlos Baleba in the mix, I don't think I'll be the only one believing. It will be the Manchester United fans believing that they can do something very, very special. But Matt, will they get him this window? Very unlikely. Brighton won't want to sell. Yeah. You mentioned the figure they're talking about. They want in excess of what Chelsea paid for Moises Caicedo. I believe they could get in excess of what Chelsea paid for Moises Caicedo. I rate this player that highly, and he's young. He's only 21 still.
And we should make it clear that Brighton have made it clear that he is absolutely not for sale. They want to keep hold of Carlos Baleba, and it sounds like if anyone wants him, they're going to have to spend big money. Another story we touched on there, Jeff, was Leeds looking at a number of striker options, including Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's a free agent at the moment, having left Everton. Do you think that could be a good fit for both the player and the club?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I was looking at the age he is now. He's younger than I had expected, because he's been around so long. He's had a good career. Injuries obviously have hampered him a little bit, but if you can get him fit, he's got Premier League experience and he's still young. I think it'd be brilliant.
He's one of those players. He's been around for such a long time that he's still young. I mean, I remember Donnarumma's one of those. I was looking at him yesterday and I thought, he must be 32. He's 26, Donnarumma, because he's been around since he was as a teenager. You forget some of these guys. What's it like? As a free agent, as Dominic Calvert-Lewin is, as you are at the moment, and we're going to talk more about your next steps towards the end of the show. But what's it like, that uncertainty, not knowing where you're going to be, and then also keeping yourself fit? That's got to be quite difficult.
Yeah, fortunately it's tough. Just like you said, the uncertainty. You don't know. There could be 5-6 clubs talking to you, and then within 24 hours it goes quiet, or it gets a bit busier. So it is difficult to just sort of stay calm and just think what's meant to be will be. And then the training, I know some players go in and train with the PFA, or they might have a club who they've been with for many years, and they know the coach and says come in and train, which is quite difficult because you can be sort of in the way a little bit, but they are trying to help you out. And then other times, sort of like myself, what I've had to do, where you either go to the gym or you're out running, and some mornings you don't want to, but you have to just stay strong and keep plugging away, and hopefully something turns.
Yeah.
That's like me most mornings. I just don't want to do it, Jeff, to be honest with you. But it's interesting you said about the PFA. They've been running lots of games, haven't they, for players out of contract to almost showcase their talent so they can be picked up. So they're trying to do that. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you feel like, as you mentioned, 28, he's not going to be short of options. With regards to Leeds, they've made 7 signings so far in this window. 5 have been 26-year-olds, 2 have been 27-year-olds. Feels like he fits that age bracket and mould that Daniel Farke wants to bring into that Leeds side to, hopefully for them, stay in the Premier League this season.
Yeah. Okay. Jeff, by the way, he's still going, and we're going to talk about his next moves in the final.
Manchester United have reportedly made contact with Brighton regarding a move for midfield dynamo Carlos Baleba, a 21-year-old powerhouse who's exploded in quality this season. He's become one of the Premier League standout central midfielders, and United see him as an ideal fit for Ruben Amorim's system. It won't be an easy deal, though. Baleba's asking price is a daunting £100 to £115 million, and Brighton are currently adamant they're not making it easy. According to Fabrizio Romano, though, United aren't giving up. Talks with Baleba's camp are ongoing, and the player hasn't closed the door on a move. He's seen as someone who could drive United's midfield forward, offering strong defensive work, elite passing range, and real composure on the ball. While United might need to sell to raise funds, their intent is clear: they're pushing for him. From my perspective, this feels like a serious statement of intent. United's already strengthened up front with Mbeumo, Cunha, and Eco. They now need someone to control the engine room. Baleba's physicality and ball skills would be a perfect match for Amorim's style. But it'll take a clever financial structure and maybe even patience. Brighton aren't slashing their price anytime soon. If United manage to pull this off, it'd be one of the standout moves of the window.